the pits, in the pits, and I got it, and I got it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry in the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
The Panthers had 5 and 6 to start play. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He had a minimal gain on 1st down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And he missed it. Gonzalez has pushed it to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and started working away from it, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Gordon once more. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw it coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Following the interception, Mayfield flushed out right. This will be caught downfield by Marshall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than 1 step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Again, McCaffrey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And then we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
To return is Roberts.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Hey, 0-0-0.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there picking up the first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Wilson. Quick slant to Hamler. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You get the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Right back to
in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offense was in a tough spot, and opportunistic defense takes advantage, get the turnover, they get the touchdown too.
I know this is going to sound strange, but oftentimes defenses call for this type of a play in this situation. Offense is pinned back near their own goal line. They tell them, be aggressive, go for the football, create a score. That's exactly what they did.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And some room to work.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. 72 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Now Gordon on 1st down.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon
brought down at the 20.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein. He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. Room here to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some room to run now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
There for the stop defensively, Nick Benito.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Mayfield off the play fake. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone and what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he stopped immediately there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Mayfield. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play there for Carolina. And even 70 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Hubbard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Defensively, that's a nice stop there on 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Now, offensively, kicking the field goal, taking the lead, right?
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Especially since you got stopped on the previous play. But if you've got something you really like, something that you've practiced all week, and you think, hey, this is the time to use it, this is the play, I wouldn't be deterred. I would gamble a little bit and go for it right now.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on it, they'd be up in the 300s right now. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last shot for Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle.